Hey, welcome to my journey and to another weigh-in video. Not sure what we're going to talk about today because I told David I was coming in here. I didn't feel like going outside. I just did not feel like dragging this tripod out there. I just didn't feel like sitting outside. Not hot yet, but just going to get that way. And I just didn't feel like going out there. I feel like staying in my cold house. So that's why we're back here instead of out there listening to the birds. But I told him I don't really feel like I have nothing to talk about today. So this might be a short video. I don't know. But we'll jump on into why I am here. I weighed in and I was excited to weigh. I was excited last week and I was excited this week because I just wanted to know. I wanted to know, could I keep it going? Well, I weighed in at 246.6. In the 240s. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. In the 240s, y'all. Y'all, I don't remember when I've been in the 240s. I don't remember. And some of y'all be like, 240s? You think that's good? Girl, when you was pushing 400 pounds, yes, 240s is wonderful. 240s is bikini model season. You hear what I'm telling you? Ooh, if you seen the stuff's skin and all, no bikinis up in this girl's future. Kill that noise. So anyway, I lost 3.8, and that puts me at, I hadn't done it yet, but hold on. Okay, here's my jar. Looky, 130. Looky there. Oh, I'm loving it, y'all. Oh, yeah. 130.5. I got right in over the line. 130.5. Okay. So, listen. When I got my hair cut last week, girl, she cut that hair so short. I tell you, the more she talked, the more she cut. And honestly, she's going through a bitter separation that's going to turn into a divorce because she's done. And so obviously I've known her for years and she tells me, so I know things are going on. Then now it's finally, come to the point. And so it's like, it was therapy session. And the more she told me, the more she cut. And I was just like, I'm just honestly sitting there letting her. So yeah, it's short. It is short. And I wet it down because my CPAP machine had that stuff sticking off. But anyway, what was I going to tell you? Oh, when I went to get my hair cut, I told her, I said, I've lost 125 pounds. She said, you've lost me, because she's a little thing. I'm like, I've lost you. I've lost a person. It's like, you're like, okay, you've lost a person. But when you see that person stand in front of you, you're like, I lost you. So I give her a big hug. I'm like, you mean this was all me before? Oh my gosh. Because she's known me at my almost 400 pound self. She's known me. So yeah, I've lost a person. God. I was carrying something. And it happens every week when I'm carrying something. I'm just like, how in the world did I get around with that extra 100 plus pounds on my body when I can't even hardly carry something 20 pounds probably? And I'm just like, oh, I can't hardly go. I don't know how I did it. Oh, I'm going to just encourage you so much. If you're struggling, just try. Because as much as I have struggled over the years, none of those, and that don't mean I'm not going to struggle in the future. That don't mean some day some little Debbie cake's going to jump up in front of me and I'm going to pounce on it. But nothing that I've eaten can I recall in my mind that feels as good as my body. I won't say my body feels good. Better. How much better my body feels at 130 pounds less than when I was walking around with another 130 pounds on this frame. Now, I am big boned. As they say, big boned. I'm big boned. But listen, my frame's shrinking. I've shrunk from 5'9" to 5'6". I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate it one lick. But anyway. I encourage you to just stop and think ahead. Think forward. How good it's going to feel. First of all, you're going to feel good when you were able to do it because you're going to be like, I did that. And before you say, oh, but you had weight loss surgery. Oh, you're taking Ozempic. Okay, well, yeah, I am. Because I got desperate. Because nothing was working. My path took me down that road. The road to weight loss surgery. And then it wasn't working. So don't say weight loss surgery is a magic pill. I popped that pill and just lost all my weight. No. Let's see. That's 60 pounds. I lost 70 pounds. The day I had went into surgery, I had lost 70 pounds. And that took me 4 years to do. So since surgery, that makes, because 70 and 60 is 130, right? So I've lost 60 pounds in almost a year. October the 4th will be a year. Some people do that in 6 months without surgery. So even with the surgery, my weight didn't just roll off of me. I still struggled. I still struggle with eating now. The only thing, I am physically limited to how much food I can hold in my stomach. Well, I can put more in it. It's just how it'll make me feel. But even if it's something, what they call a slider food, things that just, like meat's way heavy, but like pastas, and if I ate cookies or things like that, they kind of like slide on through, and you can like put more in there than you really should have. So I still have to watch it because I can eat too much food. Whew, I'm getting hot in here. I can eat too much food. Hold on a minute. Let me go turn my air down. Okay, I'm telling you, I get these hot flashes for some reason, and menopause is years ago. Gosh, years ago. 9 years ago? Please. Something like that. Glorious years, I'll tell you that. So I can still overdo it. But even having had weight loss surgery, y'all know I had to go on Ozempic. And the doctor said we got to get, and that was the doctor. It wasn't me. I didn't go in and ask for it. I just went in telling her, look, I can't quit thinking about food. All I want to do is eat. I'm never full. And that's with the weight loss surgery. So no, it was not no magic pill. Yeah, we've talked about this before, but guess what? It's my journey. And it pertains to me, and it pertains to whatever's going on. So if we talk about it every week, we just talk about it every week. And if you're tired of hearing it, do this. Blah, 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 blah. And then we'll be through in a minute. Listen, I do that whenever spooky movie commercials come on. Like, they're already having scary movies come out. It ain't even Halloween yet. I will push my ears shut and go, no, 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 no. Because, you know, if you shut your ears and make noise, then you can't hear what's going on. Because you shut your ears, you can still hear through it. So anyway, that's a side note. So she's the one that said, well, we got to fix that. Let's try Ozempic. I'm like, okay, let's do. So, and it took all the way to the 1 milligram dosage before I even started feeling anything. But now I'm finally feeling full. So if you can find a way to feel full, that's what I'm finding out too, that I'm getting better at my protein. I do, because I'm supposed to eat my protein. And I know it has to do, they really push what's going to make you lose weight. And eating your protein is what's going to make you lose weight. But I'm sure it has something to do with what we absorb and how the stomach acids and hormones and all that, how it works with the surgery that we had. There are 3 different types of weight loss surgeries that they do, at least where I went. And but I'm finding, like this week, I had a really good loss. And so it really wasn't what I ate, because I didn't have a perfect week, which, there ain't no such a thing, but I didn't have a bad week either. So, I had a good week, but I'm finding it's not necessarily what I eat, which I'm not eating cakes and cookies and, all kind of crap like that. I'm saying, as far as my meals go, is how much I eat. So, like, I think if we can figure it out, Lord have mercy, if I could have figured it out 4 years ago, somewhere along the line, I may not have had to turn to weight loss surgery, but I did. That's my path. That's the path I'm on, and that's the path I'm on. There ain't no changing the path now. I'm on it. But if you can somehow figure out, which I know, there's your answer to weight loss: how to eat less. When we figure that out, whoever's the first one to figure it out is going to be rich. There, I eat less. No, it don't work like that. But if you can somehow figure out how to eat less and still enjoy your food, there's your key. For me, it was a combination platter: weight loss surgery, Ozempic. Now, if and when I go off Ozempic, will I have taught myself how to eat less? Because I didn't know how for 6 months into weight loss surgery, right? A good 6 months. Until I went on the Ozempic. So if I come off of it, will I have learned how to eat less, how to be satisfied with less? Some days, and some days I can't eat. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm done. And then some days I stop because I'm like, I've had enough. So while some days I feel it, I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's all I can eat. Some days I'm eating something good, and I'm like, and it's going on down. It's sliding on down. Them slider foods we was talking about. Was we talking about them? Or was I talking about them in my mind? I don't know. I just know I have to stop. So why couldn't I do that before? Why? Well, because sometimes it just don't work out that way. Sometimes things happen because you're meant to go down a certain path. I guess this was the path I was meant to go down. I just guess it was. So if you can figure out, like when I say enjoy your food, I don't mean have a chocolate cake every day or a cheeseburger every day, which, by the way, I'll tell you about tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'll tell you about yesterday in a minute, because that cheeseburger made me think about it. If you can find a way to enjoy your food, but enjoy less of it, but have something flavorful, something that's not just boiled chicken and broccoli, I think I'd rather starve. Not really. No. But if you can find a way to perk up the flavor of your food, eat something that's not considered diet food, and just eat less of it. So like these casseroles that I have been making for the freezer, they've not been diet friendly. They've been just kind of okay, we're just going to cook kind of regular. And I've been enjoying them along with David, and I've still lost weight. So I wonder if, that happened to me, and I think about this, and it just came to me, but I'm I'm saying over the years, I'm trying to think. Holly, she was little, and the doctor I went to, he's the one that delivered her. He was a family doctor, and he was my obstetrician. He was her pediatrician. He was the family doctor. I went in one time and I had lost weight, and I wasn't big. I mean, I was big back then, but not big like I was, 4 or 5 years ago. So Holly's 28, so probably 24 years ago, maybe something. I had went in, I had lost weight. He's like, "What are you doing?" He said, "Keep doing it." I said, "I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing." I said, "I'm not worried about what I'm eating. I'm just eating when I'm hungry and whatever I want." And that's what I was doing. I wasn't obsessing over it. I was just, well, okay, if I'm hungry, I'm eating it. I just wonder because, I think we've brought this up on this channel before. There's a book, French Women Don't Get Fat or something. You know what I'm saying? And it talks about how the French enjoy their food, but not to excess, because they're having food that they enjoy and they don't feel the need to have it to excess. I'm in the ballpark. You see what I'm saying? So I just wonder if there is something to the enjoy your food, but just not to excess, that takes kind of the pressure off, where you're not obsessing over every little morsel that goes in your mouth, which I'm obsessed over making my menu. I tell you, I micromanage myself. If I don't, then I don't do well. But the past few weeks, while I have been really going over my menu, getting my numbers, putting everything in the tracker, still I've just been eating casseroles, but just a small portion of a casserole. So I don't know. I think there's different paths to take. I would not want to steer you wrong telling you go out and eat them fatty casseroles and you're going to lose weight. No, I'm just saying that some people might, if they lighten their mental stress over it, it might. There's another thing. Stress makes you eat. So maybe stressing over what you eat is maybe making you eat more. I don't know. What a tangled web we weave. We're not deceiving, but it is a tangled web, this whole weight loss bull crap. It is bull crap. I hate it. But I'll tell you what, I like walking around with 130 pounds less on this frame. I'll tell you that. So if you can figure out how to find that sweet spot, I guess is what I'm saying. I ain't making a lick of damn sense. But that's where I have been. I've just been eating kind of regular food and just less of it. So I don't know what else to say. What I have said 50 million times, it feels like, if whatever you're doing ain't working, try something else. Just try something else. And guess what? If you try it and you gain weight, you know how to go back. Because if you're gaining weight now, what difference does it make if you gain weight trying something new? You never know if you don't try. You just don't know. So it just seems to be working for me. I'm not overindulging. I'm not eating off the cuff. Off the cuff is if you're just doing something. Some days I do eat off the cuff. Like this morning, I did not want bacon and cheddar quiche. I wanted cream of wheat. I've been wanting cream of wheat for the longest time, and I ate it, and I couldn't eat much. It filled me up. I couldn't eat much at all. I don't know. Normally that would have been something that would have, slid on through, but it filled me up. I'm still full right now. But, so this morning was just kind of like, I'm not going to eat that. I'm eating my cream of wheat. And I had butter in it, and I had sugar in it, and I ate a very little bit of it. And it satisfied me. That's what I guess I've been trying to say is I've been enjoying these casseroles that I've been making, these things for the freezer. Like supper last night was so good. It's my version of chicken tetrazzini. It was so good. Even David, he was like, I said, is it good? He goes, yeah, man. I said, you know why it's good? I said, because I made it the old way, the way I used to make it when the kids were little. Regular sour cream, not this less this or less that. You know, it's cheesy, it's noodles, it's butter, it's all the things the way I used to make it back in my fat days when I was super fat. But I just ate a small portion of it. I dished out what I dished out. What I showed on camera, that's what I ate, and that was my supper. So I was able to enjoy an old school favorite, but just a small portion of it. And then I was satisfied. So if you could find that sweet spot, then you're golden. So I don't know what else kind of advice I can give you other than to tell you that's just what seemed to work for me this past couple weeks. That's the only difference I can say is I'm just eating less. So anyway, yesterday Holly messaged me the night before and said, in case she couldn't get Jacob down, she had a doctor's appointment on virtual, would I want to come watch him, and then we could go to the Dollar Tree because she's wanting to buy some stuff for his party. His party's in 2 weeks. And I said, well, absolutely. So then she messaged me night before last and said that he was just not going to sleep, and he would probably sleep in, but I could still come if I wanted to. I'm like, well, I'll come just in case, because her appointment was at 11. And so he was either going to still be in bed asleep, or he was going to be up, or whatever. I'll just be there, So I got there, and now he had got up throwing up Monday morning, I believe it was. And then he was fine. And then yesterday, well, she was on the computer with the door shut, and he just come over, he laid on me. And she said he's just been laying all over her, which he's very attached to her because she's a stay-at-home mom. But he just laid on me the whole time she was in there. He just laid on me, just laid there. And so whenever she got through, we took my car because she had Nathan's car, and it sits low. So we took my car, and we went out. I'm like, oh, because it was lunchtime. I'm like, well, I'm hungry. She goes, me too, let's eat first. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So we went in Wendy's, and we sat in the parking lot. She went in and got it and everything. And as soon as she got back, he started chirping. She said, he didn't even let me get in with the food. It like at the drive-thru, he's already got that hand around there, reaching for food. So he was back there, his little hand come around, he was wanting French fries. And so we sat there, and I got a hamburger because I don't like cheese on my burgers. I just think it takes away from the burger. And what she ordered, they got it wrong. They got hers wrong. We still ate it. Well, I ate half of mine. That's all I can have. I ate half of mine, about 5 French fries. And so he ate, I don't know, maybe 4 French fries. And we got through, and we come out of the parking lot for Wendy's to get back on the main road to head to the Dollar Tree, and he started whimpering. I'm like, well, what's wrong with him? And then he made a noise, and she reached back there. She goes, unless he threw up. She said, yep, that's what happened. So he threw up. The French fries he just ate, he completely threw them up. So it was a mess, bless his heart. And we pulled straight over, and just right next door was a little office area. So we pulled up in there, and she wiped up as much as she could. And so we just turned around, to go back home. Obviously, we're not taking the child shopping. Well, we made a detour to let her go in and get some medicine at Walmart's, like some baby Peptos, And so we got home, and she put him out there in the yard and just stripped him down because he was a mess. And I'm holding him. He's just crying for mommy the whole time. I said, she's gonna get you, she's gonna get you. So finally she got everything. We got everything carried up to the house, and she said later on he was doing good. And she said he was doing good last night. So then this morning I asked, I said, how's he doing this morning? She said he was fine until she gave him an applesauce pouch and he threw it up. So she called the doctor, and the doctors are able to see him today at like 11:40 or something like that, because she said she really did not want to have to deal with the urgent care. I said, me neither. I hope they can get you in, so good thing they can. So he can see his own pediatrician. So he's got something where he's just not able to eat. He's not throwing up everything he eats, but enough to where something's not right. So if you can just remember him. But whenever I took them home, then I come on down the road. I'm like, I don't feel like going to the Dollar Tree. I know. Can you even believe I said that? But I did want to go see what Marshall's had, if they had their Halloween stuff out, because I'm wanting some candles. Well, I found one candle, and I was wanting a new Halloween coffee cup, Well, they had the same one that I got 2 years ago. And I'm like, well, I got that one, and none of the other ones just spoke to me. Just none of them spoke to me. They had a Hocus Pocus. Well, it was Hocus Pocus too, but the characters on it didn't even hardly look like the characters. So, I mean, you had to really look at it to think, okay, that's them, but they don't. So I didn't like that. There was one that was cute, but not enough for me to spend $5 or $6 or $7 on it. So I just ended up with one candle. That's all I bought, was one candle, and it smells good. It's the only one they had. If they had had more, I probably would have bought 3. No joke. It was called Spooky Cupcake. The only one, and I looked at all around the little round thing they had and over in the aisle. Not another single spooky cupcake out there. It smelled wonderful. So I would have bought some more of that, but they didn't have it. So anyway, that's what my yesterday consisted of. Oh, this morning I'm sitting over there. I got these earrings that's got little screw-on balls on the back, because I never change this top one or this one. I never change them. I just take a shower in them, whatever. Well, I sit and I fiddle with it when I'm sitting over there watching TV. I fiddle with it. Well, this morning I fiddled with it, and the little ball on the back fell off. I tried and tried. My big old fat fingers, I can't never put them on. So I told David, he was over, I said, are you ever going to quit cleaning that kitchen? He unloaded the dishwasher from last night. He cleaned up his breakfast mess. I'm like, I need you to come over here and put this thing back on. He's like, well, my fingernails is in the way. Let me go cut my fingernails. So he went over and cut his fingernails, and he came back over there, and he got it put back on there. I'm like, you better figure out how to do it, because they got to come off for surgery. But that was my big excitement this morning. I'm a party girl. I don't know what I feel like doing today. I feel like doing something. I feel like getting out of the house is what I feel like doing. But I don't feel like spending no money. Isn't that terrible? Why would you ever feel like not spending money? I don't feel like sitting in this chair. I don't know what I feel like doing. So, I don't know. I don't know of anything else to talk about. I'm trying to think. I don't. Oh, Oh, listen. So Terry, Yarn Joy Podcast Terry, she messaged me yesterday. She goes, I'm watching In the Heat of the Night. I've never seen it before. I'm like, where'd you find that? Because y'all, In the Heat of the Night is one of my favorite shows. She found it on Amazon Prime, which I pulled it up, and it's actually on Freevee, Freevee, Freevee. So you get an ad commercial every now and then, but they're not long. The ones on YouTube are way longer. And so I turned that on yesterday. I watched until last night. I finally just had to watch at the end of one and go to bed because I was just getting so sleepy that I'm just like, I don't want to miss anything. So I'm going to have to cut it back on today. So I'm going to have to start watching through I don't know how many seasons it has on there, but at least I know I'm in season 1. It has season 1. But I tell you what, that takes me back. Oh my gosh, that takes me back. And I just, oh my gosh. It's Southern. And like, it never dawned on me what she said. She's like, it seems funny hearing Archie Bunker speak with a Southern accent. I'm like, yeah, from one extreme to another. So he's, where is, are they in New York? Is that where there's, Archie Bunker was? But I know he has a northern accent from now down here to the south. And he's very believable as a Southern sheriff in Mississippi, in Sparta, Mississippi. He's very believable. But gosh, I love that show. You know what? I get so sad watching these shows that take me back to a day that was simpler. It takes me back. I can see myself in the middle of the night cleaning house, coming home from work at the trucking company, and In the Heat of the Night reruns be on, and cleaning my house at 3 o'clock in the morning. I can go back to then. I can go back to watching it with Mama when it was on, So, but I get sad watching shows like that and knowing that so many of the actors on it have passed. That makes me sad. That just makes me sad. Like, I mean, Bubba's still alive, and I think the guy who played Parker's still alive. But like, Carol O'Connor, he's dead. Rollins, his last name's Rollins. I can't think of his first name now. Who played Virgil? He's dead. He died young. I think he died of a drug overdose. Very sad. And then Carol O'Connor's son, Hugh, I think, he played Jameson, Parker Jameson. Parker Jameson, wasn't that a name of somebody? But he played Jameson on there, Lonnie. He died. I think he died of drugs. But I get sad watching shows like that. Like I was watching Lucy, and I just get sad knowing that they're dead and those simpler times are gone. I get very nostalgic, and I can get very weepy very fast looking at these older shows and getting very nostalgic for the old days and the old ways. Are any of y'all out there like that? I just long for, like, I get weepy right now. If I let myself, I can go to a place of weepiness right now, wanting to sit outside and snap beans with Mama or shell peas, watch the old shows on TV when my kids were little. That's what I have a struggle with in my personal life, is not going back, because I would jump in a time machine and go back like that. I mean, in a heartbeat. I miss the old days. I just do. I can't be the only one out there. I can't be. So I wasn't trying to bring you down, trying to be all depressed. But watching that show, it just got me all nostalgic. So Criminal Minds. Ooh. I'll be watching in the heat of the night. Well, this is what they do. They've replayed the same Criminal Minds just within weeks' time. And then they start that season over again on that pop station. They're not going back and starting over. They're like starting season 12, and then they'll play 13 or 14, and then they're over. And then they start back over again. Well, I just seen these a couple weeks ago. And so, while I can watch my first season over and over like that, they're getting on my nerves playing these later seasons over like that. Because, they ain't got my hotch on it. But anyway, so, yeah, these afternoons after David goes to bed, I'll be watching In the Heat of the Night, which I need to do some house cleaning. Y'all, I ain't even finished putting my groceries up from yesterday. I ain't felt good since Sunday. I really ain't. I don't know. Just that trip took it out of me all week. Here it is Thursday, and I just ain't felt like a flip, hardly like to do anything. You know what I mean? Going to see my grandbaby now, that's, I feel like that. But as far as like putting my groceries up, or I hadn't even folded my bathroom laundry, my washcloths and stuff like that. I hadn't folded that. I really should vacuum. I ain't done that. I need to clean the bathroom. Dave got the kitchen cleaned up for me. I need to change my placemats. There's just little odds and ends I need to do, and don't feel like doing none of it. So I'm going to quit talking because I think this has been a boring video. Listen, that's all I know. So go figure out how to eat less. That's what you can take away from this video. Yeah, there's the key to it. So, well, that's all I'm going to talk about. I think. Yep, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, well. Plan on live tomorrow at 1, as far as I know. And then Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, I'm pretty sure, 9 o'clock is when we do it, is the Taste of Home series collab that me and Joan have been doing. Y'all know Joan. Joan's Pointed Plate Joan, in case you've been under a rock. Oh my gosh. I forgot to show you. She sent me, I'll just tell you. She sent me some cookbooks. I forgot to film them. She sent me stuff that's in my collection. Taste of Home. There's Taste of Home cookies. There's Mr. Food desserts. There's a Sandra Lee money saving. There was Fix and Forget It revised. I didn't have that one. Taste of Home contest winning. I think that was all. And then there was a hanging witch decoration, which will be hanging for my Halloween party. It's like witch legs, and then it's like a honeycomb, like her skirt. So I can probably hang it off of my, those things, light fixture over the table. Because that's the only thing I got in my kitchen where I can hang something from, because the light fixture in the kitchen there is just flush to the ceiling. It's one of those light fixtures that you don't change the bulb, you just change the whole fixture. Did y'all know there was such a thing? There is such a thing. Now the one over the table, it actually has light bulbs in it. So anyway, that's all. Now I'm gonna start getting boring. So anyway, thank you, Joan. Okay, I'm stopping. Okay, I'll see you.